Hello and welcome everyone to the Chapman University College, Argyros College of Business and Economics. And today is kind of a fun day. All week long, we've been having this Discover Chapman experience. We've been going through all of our different programs. But today, we get a chance to kind of sit back and relax and have this kind of grand circle tour of our campus. Today, you're going to get a chance to just kind of see some of the sights and what you could potentially expect to experience while you're here with us at Chapman. Now, just to briefly introduce myself, my name is Dr. Andrew Gonzalez. I'm the Director of Student Support. I get the opportunity to meet with all of you, the students, and even families, making sure that from the moment that you arrive, from orientation all the way to graduation, that you find the place and you reach your goals successfully. Think of it as a one-stop shop, if you will. Wherever you have any questions, it's my job to make sure you have answers. And if I don't have the answers, then I make sure I find you the ones that have them. And I see that we're joined from a lot of folks across the country here. Alessandra here from the Bay Area up north just drove through there last week and had a chance to drive through San Jose. I know some of you are from there. Portland, New York City. Wow, always wanted to go to New York City, especially this time of the year. The holiday season, certainly something that I want to eventually take a trip down. Los Altos, Burbank, California, Seattle, Washington, all getting ready for the winter term. And I'm thrilled to actually be here and having this opportunity for you, the prospective students, and even as our assistant dean likes to call your board of directors. Yes, that's you, parents and caregivers and extended family members and friends who all have a hand in helping our students make decisions about their future and specifically about higher education. So whether you're looking for information on academic programs, maybe student life, or if you're just getting a feel for the Chapman community, we're going to try to cover it all in this kind of circle tour, if you will, of this wonderful campus here in Southern California. So that's the way it's going to work. It's not going to be as long as our other information sessions, but hopefully you enjoy yourselves. Feel free to use the chat. And at the very end, we'll have a chance to answer a few questions that you might have. You'll see me looking over at the chat every once in a while as well. Vancouver, Canada. All right, so now we're going a bit across the states here and seeing folks that are potentially going to make a very long trip here to California. All right, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and begin this tour of Chapman in Argyros College of Business and Economics. So let's go ahead and just begin with an overview of Chapman University. Established here in 1861, Chapman is a top-ranked mid-sized private university. We're located in beautiful Orange County, California. We're known for our small class sizes, collaborative environments, forward-thinking programs that really prepare our students for today's dynamic world. Our campus is a blend of stunning architecture and cutting-edge technology and a good supportive community. That's one thing that I love since arriving here on campus. Not just students with students, but students with faculty, students with the staff members. And I love to hear the eagerness and the joy that staff and faculty have in seeing students excel. It's not about just simply giving you instructions and sending you on your way, but it's coming alongside you, walking alongside you from the moment you are here on campus all the way to the very end. Now, let's go ahead and take our very first stop. And our very first stop is going to be the Atala Piazza. I always love saying that word, the Atala Piazza. It's a true heart of our community. Now, this is where students meet and students get a chance to relax between classes, enjoy campus life. There's a beautiful fountain right there at the center, as you can see. It's a real landmark. It's a popular spot for photos, and new students and graduates love to gather right here to make those special moments. And around the piazza, as we circle around, you're going to find major buildings like Memorial Hall and Beckman Hall. That's our home here at the College of Business. It's a lively place during the year with events like our International Food Festival, our Unity Week, and during finals, You'll even see therapy dogs and stress relief activities out here. The Atala Piazza captures Chapman's really close knit community and its energy. It's more than just a walkway, really. It's where you're going to connect and celebrate and make memories that feel like home. And don't we want to feel like home every once in a while? And that's the neat thing. When you have a good, strong community, you feel like you belong. And I certainly see a lot of students from all different backgrounds being able to say that they feel like they belong. So imagine yourself right there in the plaza on your first day, in the middle of it all. This is where you're going to truly enjoy that Chapman experience. Now, I mentioned earlier Beckman Hall. That's our home, the home of Argyros College in Business and Economics. So let's go ahead and kind of take a quick little tour right in there. And it's this building houses all of our business classrooms, our labs and program offices. It's a place where you'll get to know, you'll get to be known, and you get to know others very well. As a business student, it's designed to foster collaboration with these modern classrooms. These breakout spaces, and you get this beautiful view of campus from all the many different floors. There's 4 different floors there, and this is where theory meets practice as you kind of dive into the business fundamentals and you apply them through real world projects and simulations. And so our classrooms really give you a nice diversity of not just textbook work, but certainly a lot of connections with experts. And that's where I want to take you next, is that important part of any academic environment. And that is working directly with our faculty. They're not just experts in their fields. Many of them have extensive industry experience, and they bring all those insights, gang, straight into the classroom. You're going to learn from professors who are actively researching topics like finance and entrepreneurship and strategy. And because Chapman prioritizes these small class sizes, you're going to feel close and have access to faculty members all the time, allowing them for mentorship, opportunities for mentorship and personalized guidance and even research opportunities. And they're dedicated to helping students thrive academically during their time. And that's one of the opportunities that I get a chance to have with a lot of our staff members, is to hear their heart. And every once in a while, as a student success professional, I get a chance to speak with them about the progress of our students. And they're very much in tune. It's amazing how they're able to tell me that student that they may not have spoken to often, but they know them well. They're able to tell me this person attended class, or they were struggling, or they looked like they were struggling in class. And we get a chance to sit back and game plan all of those experiences. And that's what I got to admit, our faculty are second to none. All right, so that's kind of the bottom floor that you saw there in Beckman Hall, as if you're walking in. Now let's go ahead and take a brief little walk up the stairway to our third floor. And it's on that third floor, you're going to find our Argyros business offices. This is where a lot of my colleagues will be at. And these business offices are more than just administrative spaces. It's a hub for program support and a really key point of connection for all of our business students all throughout the floor. And here you're going to find staff members that are dedicated to helping you, the student, navigate your academic journey as you connect with all these different resources that we have, and keeping you informed. Isn't that like the hardest part of any campus experience, is staying and being informed of all that's going on with events and deadlines and opportunities that might avail itself throughout the year. Now, one key critical resource that I'm sure not just you as a student, but certainly all of you as the board of directors want to know, who's going to support my student as they get career ready. And I think that's where a lot of our programs shine, is our emphasis on career readiness. It's not just about getting the degree, and it's not just about getting ready for a career once you get the degree, but it's throughout your entire time and having those opportunities in place. And before we talk about that really briefly, there is a portion of what we do here in Argyros that kind of adds some benefit. And one of the things that we recently had the opportunity to invest in is something called the Iris Photo Booth. It's available right here in Beckman Hall lobby. It's something fun and unique, right? It's not just any average photo booth. This photo booth uses cutting edge technology to capture professional quality headshots. That's perfect for your LinkedIn profile or your professional portfolios. Business students, faculty, even visitors love it. It's a quick and easy way to get a polished headshot that'll make you stand out for all of your recruitment and social media needs. So those are always available to our students throughout the year itself. Now, speaking of career, that's where we really want to hop into here is we want to talk about our career services. And that's not exactly what I want to do. That's what I wanted to talk about here. There we go. And it's our Argyros Career and Advancement Center. It's all about setting students up for success after graduation. And our Career Advancement Center offers a wide range of resources from career counseling and resume workshops to networking events. And yes, you guessed it, internship placements or internship opportunities, I should say. The center organizes recruitment and company partnerships that connect students with leading businesses across all the different industries that we study for, that we get a chance to work with here in Orange County. And thanks to our prime location in Orange County, our students have access to a vast network of employers right here in our own backyard, covering everything from tech to entertainment to finance, entrepreneurship, and of course, we do a lot of in collaboration with the rest of our college campus as well. And one of the key main areas of business that we tend to see a lot of students interested in is in the field of finance. And one of our cornerstone centers is right here in Beckman Hall. We were just to drop down one floor. Moving from floor 3 down to floor 2, you're going to find the Janes Financial Center. The Janes Financial Center is a beautiful place, a wonderful place, one that has a lot of investment in it, an impressive facility designed for students interested in finance. Now, the center has 12 Bloomberg terminals. It's the same kind of terminal used by professional traders. So students can access real-time financial data. They can analyze market trends. You can get hands-on experience with industry standard tools. We're talking about being ready at graduation. It's the perfect place for finance students to sharpen those skills and prepare for a career in the financial services, maybe in investment banking or even corporate finance. And guess what? Students can complete a Bloomberg Market Concept Certificate right here, the BMC, right here on campus in the Janes, giving them a valuable credential that's sought after by employers in this particular industry. And this experience ensures that students are not only well versed in financial theory, but also they're familiar with all the different tools that they'll encounter in their respective careers. One other thing that the Janes offer as well is the Janes Financial Center's residency program. And that residency program is a very selective program, but one that does a lot it's designed to motivate our college students, our business students, students studying finance, to provide them with not just hands-on experience, but direct experience in consulting projects for Orange County investment firms. They get to manage a $3.7 million investment portfolio. And on top of that, the program prepares our graduates for careers averaging in salary of at least $95K and upwards upon graduation. So that's a really neat program that gets you demonstratively ready. So you have the skill sets, you have the connections, but if that wasn't enough, we also have another feature that really comes out of the Janes as well. And that's one of our travel courses. In addition to the Wall Street Prep coursework that is offered at the center, there's these transformative interterm experiences. And this specific one is called the Walk Down Wall Street. And in this particular course, students get a unique opportunity to explore all the inner workings of the financial markets firsthand. It's a 1-week trip to New York City. So those of you that are there in New York, you probably recognize a lot of the places that you're seeing right in front of you right now. But it is that 1-week trip to New York City. and you visit key financial institutions like you saw at the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And along with all the different tours of the city itself, students get a chance to meet with investment banks and money managers and financial information providers. And you know what that does, right? That helps you to gain that invaluable insight into all the different roles and all the different operations of major industry players. So you've probably heard it said that it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, guess what? It's not even just who you know, it's who knows you. So when they get a chance to shake your hand, to know you by name, and to be able to see not just your sincerity and interest in the field, but your acumen and expertise, because Chapman prepares you for that. It's going to be impressive, and you're going to be sought after right after graduation. That all happens on our second floor of Beckman Hall. Now, not just the second floor. We know every once in a while, gang, every college student knows, every working individual knows, you need a little bit of a break. And sometimes the best break is coffee. You guessed it. The quintessential coffee, college life and coffee, they go hand in hand, right? And that's why we have a Starbucks right here on the first floor, not too far away of Beckman Hall. It's a popular spot for students to just grab a cup, catch up with friends or study in between classes, even meet with faculty members, have a chat. Having a Starbucks on campus is a convenient perk. And I got to admit, I'm right across from there, so I probably spend too much time and money. But it's a convenient perk and a great place for a quick study break or a pick me up right before your very next lecture. So that is something that you can have ready access to right away when you're here in Beckman Hall. Now, we're going to take just a little quick tour outside of our building home of Beckman Hall and look at some of the key features and resources across campus. And one of the first ones that I wanted to send your way is just a stone's throw away from Beckman Hall. And that's our Global Citizens Plaza. Look how beautiful that is. The plaza celebrates the diversity of all of our student body and Chapman's commitment to fostering a global mindset. You see those flags? Those flags represent the many nations our students come from, and they help to remind us of the importance of cultural exchange and global perspectives, especially in the business world. Chapman offers extensive study abroad experiences, opportunities too, and our diverse community ensures that students graduate with a broad, well-rounded worldview, which is must in today's global business landscape. And, as I mentioned before, study abroad is a critical component of a lot of our features here at Chapman, especially our programs. We believe that the global experiences are key to a well-rounded education. And so our study abroad program is a fantastic way to gain those perspectives and get academic credit too. Our college, business students have access to a wide range of programs in countries like Italy and Japan and Australia and Spain and many more. And just imagine studying international finance in London or learning about emerging markets in South America or taking entrepreneurship courses in Singapore. Chapman study abroad programs are designed to fit seamlessly into your degree plan. So that's really helpful for students that want to have a global perspective. And even then, just being able to have that on your resume to show that you have the cultural competency and you have the connections outside of just your campus experience. And if you're going to come in as a business major, it's actually built in as a requirement. Now, you don't just have to do a study abroad experience. If for whatever reason you are regionally bound, there are courses that help to supplement that. But nonetheless, it is built in. Now, I'm going to pause for a bit because there is another center that I want you to know about. Because when it comes to business, especially in the current in the kind of the current marketplace, bringing your own ideas and sending them to market and knowing how to make the right connections to be successful is key. And one thing that helps us to stand out is our Leatherby Entrepreneurship Center. So that's a hallmark resource here on campus and an absolute invaluable asset to our business community. And this center is a fantastic resource for students who have a passion for innovation, I gotta love that phrase, the passion for innovation. So if you're into startups and you want to make a real impact in the world of business, here to tell you just a little bit more about the center, I'm going to have our director, Dr. Cynthia West, share with you all about the programs and opportunities available to you as a student.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Cynthia West, the director of the Leatherby Center for Entrepreneurship and Business Ethics. I'm also a professor here in the entrepreneurship program. Our program started in 1995 with an endowment from Ralph W. Leatherby. He was an insurance entrepreneur who grew up in the Great Depression and simply wanted everybody to have a better life and entrepreneurship as a path to economic empowerment. For that reason, we support entrepreneurs of all types. Our vision here at the Leatherby Center is to inspire everyone to have an entrepreneurial mindset. Our specific mission is to give you hands-on experience with any idea that you might have for a startup. If you're an incoming student or existing student and you're interested in running your own company, you can start a lot of ways here. First, we host regular events around entrepreneurship, including a lot of famous entrepreneurs. We hear about their journeys, we hear about their challenges and how they overcame them. Second, we have a student run entrepreneurship club called the Chapman Entrepreneurship Organization, CEO Club. And they meet weekly, and you can come and experience their events, their speakers, and usually they're having a lot of fun. If you already have an idea, you can swing by and talk to one of our mentors who are experienced entrepreneurs themselves and can give you feedback on your idea. Once your idea is formulated, you can join our incubator, and that is a 12-week program offered every fall and spring, as well as a shorter impacted program in the summer. In our academic minor, we have 15 courses, everything from Entrepreneurship 101 to Intellectual Property and Entrepreneurship, Venture Capital and Entrepreneurship, a special course in how to not fail with your company, and many others. We also have 12 faculty, many of whom are still working practitioners. So they're very much still in the working environment and have real world experience to share with you as students. So you can see that no matter what your idea is, we support it here at Chapman.
I like that. No matter what your idea is, we support it here at Chapman. Gotta love that course, How Not to Fail. Certainly, there's a lot that goes into entrepreneurship, and they have a not just a minor in entrepreneurship, but we also have an emphasis. So students who want to take a major outside of the college can still minor in entrepreneurship if that is their interest, and take a world of classes from the legalities of business to sports and entertainment to how to do startup nonprofits, how to manage your finances and do accounting in entrepreneurship ventures, and then of course what you just saw there, how not to fail. So a lot of neat opportunities. If you have an idea, gang, and you're saying this is what I want to do, and I don't know how to start it, our college and particularly our staff in the Entrepreneurship Center can certainly help you make that happen. Now, I saw in the chat, and that was you, I believe, Alessandra, you talked about, you said you had a 2024 grad from Chapman, was a member of the track team and graduated from Korean. I'm glad they said it was a supportive environment. That's kind of where I wanted to transition next, because in addition to all of our fun and different academic opportunities that we do have here, there's also a lot of other resources that we have for our students. And one of those is our Hutton Center, our sports center, which is our go-to hub for fitness and sports. We have the state-of-the-art gym facilities, workout studios, and spaces really for everyone from basketball to yoga. It's a great way to stay active. Actually, that what you're seeing right there is not that. That's actually our Argyros Forum. And I'm going to let that go because the Argyros Forum, since its renovation in 2011, it serves as both our visitor center as well as the student hub on campus. And so the student union on the first floor, which you just saw, there it is right there, acts as a living room, if you will, for students. Students can borrow iPads and grab a little to eat or gather for student events and really have a good time there. There's spaces to just study and relax and feel like you have this home away from home environment. Let me go to the actual sports complex. There we go. That's our Hutton Sports Complex. Whether you're a varsity athlete, just like what we saw earlier, Alessandra sharing about her, someone who graduated here, was a member of our track team, or if you just want to look for a workout, right? You want to stay healthy. Hooten has something for everyone. And yeah, you can actually be happy just like that, working out. And the neat thing is, even for staff members, we get a chance to kind of hop on over. It's a gorgeous view of our different facilities that we have within that particular center. And yes, football games are a major highlight of student life at Chapman. Our Panthers football team has a strong following, and on game days, they're filled with excitement, school spirit, and a chance to bond with friends. So Chapman Stadium comes alive with fans and cheerleaders, as you would expect in that kind of football environment. We are the Panthers, and we're having a great season so far. So hopefully we continue on into the postseason. Football games are really a big part of the campus culture, and whether you're a diehard fan or you just enjoy the energy, you'll love being a part of it. Now, if we take a walk just a little bit down the way from where Hutton was, you'll get a chance to experience another beautiful place that a lot of folks find as a neat scenic spot, but also has a lot of different purposes, and that's our Fish Interfaith Center. And it's gorgeous. It's a place of peace and community. Welcome students of all religious backgrounds for worship and meditation and reflection. It hosts services and spiritual events and community gatherings that bring students together in this supportive environment. And for many, it's a sanctuary on campus where they can find just a quiet moment or participate in programs that help to celebrate our shared humanity and our diverse faith traditions. And that one had kind of a fun little audio there. And this next experience here is our Musco Center for the Arts. It's a beautiful one. And sorry, I didn't play that one there. There we go. That's what you're looking at from the outside. But the Musco Center for the Arts is a top tier performance venue right here on campus. It hosts concerts and theater productions and guest performances from renowned artists. It's a good, vibrant cultural hub. It's a wonderful, beautiful place to actually stand in. Students can attend performances throughout the year, and it adds kind of this creative and artistic dimension to the Chapman experience. And I look forward to some of the events that are coming up as well. So that's a little bit of what's going on campus. As we near the end of our time here, a lot of the value isn't just what happens here on campus, it's what's also around campus. And those of you that have been a part of the Southern California community, there's a lot to experience. And right here in Orange, we're literally a walk away from Old Town Orange. And Old Town Orange is a historic district filled with cafes and restaurants, vintage shops, and of course, the famous Orange Circle. It's a favorite spot for Chapman students to unwind, whether you're grabbing a brunch with friends or exploring local shops or even catching a movie. Old Town Orange combines historic charm, and the modern amenities that make it a unique extension of Chapman's campus life here. What you saw was the filling station, which is a neat little place to go to for, I like breakfast all day. So I love to hang out there every once in a while. And of course, I would be remiss if I said, for those of you that are coming from Canada or New York or Denver, and you want to really have a chance to experience Southern Cali life, of course, you're going to have Orange County with Disneyland, right? Chapman's location in Orange County means you have access to a wealth of opportunities, 30 minutes from the beach, 30 minutes from the mountains. So whatever you like, it's there. Orange County is a major business hub with companies in industries like tech and finance, healthcare, and entertainment. As I mentioned, we're close to beaches, beautiful beaches, many of them, amusement parks, Disneyland, of course, being the key one, and Knott's Berry Farm, cultural sites down South County. Students benefit from internships in the area, career networking, and all the region's natural beauty really makes it an ideal place to study, an ideal place to work. And it's an ideal place to really start up the next phase of your life and enjoy that experience with all of your campus folks that are out there. Well, gang, that concludes our virtual tour of Chapman University's Argyros College of Business and Economics. I hope you've kind of enjoyed the sneak peek and getting a glimpse at what makes our campus such a special place to study and to grow from the tight-knit community that I mentioned that we have, and it was supported there in the chats. To our incredible resources and our ideal locations. There's so much here to support you on your journey. Now, speaking of that journey, before we go, gang, before we head off, if you haven't already taken the next step to make Chapman a reality for you, what I want you to do is use the QR code right in front of your screen to find and make an appointment with an admissions counselor. They're going to walk you through the application process to make sure that Chapman is the right fit for you and to connect you with the right application tools and any assistance you need on the recruitment itself. And don't forget to mark your calendars for a crucial date. That's January 15th. January 15th is our general application deadline. So it's going to come up fairly quickly. So make sure that you have that marked down and you're preparing your applications early enough. And if you have further questions about admissions and your applications, you can contact our admissions team at admit@chapman.edu. You can use the QR code there to visit them at their website and see what other events are going on, information sessions just like this. Maybe it is about a specific program that you're interested in or a college that you might want to attend here within the university setting. So thank you all for joining. And I see I'm going to spend some time here to have a few Q&A before we kind of conclude. And I'm going to hop over to the chat. Now, if you like, feel free to raise your hand and ask a question, live on camera, if that's something that you are willing to do. Otherwise, feel free to go ahead and go through the chat there. Thank you for Chase, impressive facilities. I'm glad that you enjoyed that time here. Anthony says, a blast from the past. Anthony Russamano. Okay, I used to work at the Princeton Review. Anthony. Okay, so completely separate from here at Chapman. Of course, I've worked in higher education for 20 years. And I first started at UC Irvine as I was the associate director of the Social Sciences Academic Resource Center. I worked closely with a lot of services that helped our students excel and succeed. And Anthony Russamano, of course, wow, so much blast from the past. Your son's going to join here. You know he's in good hands, right? I'm here. I'm going to make sure he gets to where he needs to go because that's what we do. Thanks for Luca Manafo, who is still in class in San Diego. Okay, absolutely. What is your policy for student patents? Oh, that's kind of interesting. I want to explore that. That would be a good question for Dr. Cynthia West and the Entrepreneurship Center because that's what they're all about. But another thing that I would be remiss in doing is forgetting to bring up for a very brief moment our assistant dean, Dr. Ginger Baxter. She's someone that I look up to. She has extensive experience in business schools and helping students succeed. She's all about student success. So if you're concerned about whether or not your student, or maybe if you're concerned about you being in good hands, Ginger is a great resource and person to have here on our team. Ginger, you want to talk to our participants just a little bit about your vision and your thoughts about the campus?
Absolutely. What a beautiful, beautiful tour. Y'all, when we were envisioning giving you a virtual tour, we were just, how do you talk about it? And the one thing that I would like to say, because I've been in other institutions, and if you are a foodie, this is a foodie's paradise. So I would definitely put Chapman and Orange on your radar because of that. Another thing in the virtual tour that I wanted to point out is when I first arrived here, I was a little confused because the Argyros College of Business is in Beckman Hall. And then we have the Argyros Forum, which is where there's a lot of student activities, and the student hub is over there. So if you get to campus and you go to either Argyros, please stop by and see us because I'm on the 3rd floor and Andrew's on the 1st floor. My vision for student success, Andrew, you've asked me that before, and I would love in the chat, guys, if y'all have already watched one of our videos before, go ahead and let us know. And that way, because we try each time to have something different, a different key takeaway. for what's going on in our journey together. I talk about sometimes transformational leadership and transformational education. Our commitment to you and what we really want our students is to find your fit. And in that process of finding your fit, it's going to be figuring out what's your purpose. How are you going to find the people that are going to support you? How are you going to find the place, where you do the things that you do to accelerate your career and accelerate your journey towards lifelong learning. So if we do anything and we do it well, you are going to be a fan, and you are going to have this transformational experience where you turn into a lifelong learner, and your curiosity is going to fuel you, and it's going to take you further. And we just can't wait to see where everything goes. So we're in it with you. We're in it together. And we're going to walk this path all the way to graduation and then on after that. So I saw somebody say they have been on a couple of them. So I'm glad. I think that's wonderful, because you're showing interest, and you can tell we really care about you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can see one of the questions that are coming up here, because when we look about support, folks want to know what's the faculty to student ratio. And the faculty student ratio kind of goes between 12:1 and 13:1 in terms of our student ratios. That's a big deal, gang. If you've ever been to a large campus public university, and I've grown up in there professionally, and there's a lot of value in that, but it's even more valuable when you can have those lower student ratios. Like I said, faculty being willing to meet with students, spend time with students. You saw the faculty members like sitting next to the table with students, having conversations. That is a common occurrence. It's not just a setup. That was actually from a class itself. Dr. West's email. Yes. Ginger, do you mind sharing Dr. West's?
Well, remember, isn't she gonna be live on Friday?
You know what? That's a great tease for that. I like that. So
exactly.
on Friday.
But I will get her email, so hold on.
Very good. So if you're interested about our entrepreneurship programs, because I see that even in the private messages to myself, to me here, on Friday, 4 o'clock right here, Dr. Cynthia West will be hosting, I'll be there with her as well, information session all about the entrepreneurship minor and emphasis. So she's going to talk about the programs. We're going to have a student panel like we like to have, and they're going to talk about their experiences. You can certainly meet her live and in Zoom person. I guess that's a good way to put it. Let's see, any other questions that I see in the chat here? I saw something about global study abroad and global facilities. We have that Center for Global Education, and we work with, I mean, gosh, I can't tell you how many that I review a lot of the approvals for these classes, these equivalencies, so students can go and take classes in other countries, and so that it applies to their degree program. All these are AACSB accredited business programs, whether they're from, in New York, or whether they're from Penn, or whether they're from Spain, London, API programs, SEMA programs. There's too many to even remember and to think about. So I like that collaborative support across institution. So we're not in a vacuum here. We don't just believe it's only going to be us conquering the world. We actually do this arm in arm with a lot of other institutions as well. Do I have any other questions here? Thank you, Stern, thank you so much as well for joining us. It's always a pleasure to spend time with anyone, not just our students, but those that are thinking about coming here to campus. So with that said, we'd love to see you all here as part of Chapman's family. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, as I said. And remember to follow us online when you can for more campus updates. But in the meantime, I look forward to welcoming you here on campus next fall as incoming Panthers. In the meantime, take care and have a wonderful day.